Before I came to WVRU, I had very little idea what kind of went on at a radio station.
I just kind of happened into this. Like, if you had asked me a year ago, 2 years ago now, hey, are you going to be doing radio? I'd be like, no, I'm not. What do you mean? It's like has nothing to do with radio, but yet I do this. I love it. It doesn't feel like a job.
I spent a semester going through the workshop, learning the basics of how to use the board, what order I should play songs, just getting me ready for what was ahead.
I did workshops in fall, and then I did a volunteer shift in spring of 2015, so a year ago. And then this year in fall 2015, I became the WVRU events coordinator, so a work study position, and then I had my own extension show, and then Jazz Cafe.
I personally am one of the remote engineers here, and what that sort of entails is I go to the concerts hosted here on campus for the music department, and I record them, then I take them back, plug it on the computer, edit it, mix it and everything, record a little voiceover to let it in, and then I put it on the air. So I've definitely learned a lot about, electronics and wiring, and recording itself, and actually some field experience because I got to record concerts. It's pretty straightforward. Usually, if you're a board op here, you have two different shifts. You have one of the programs that already exists on RU, which is, World Cafe, Jazz Cafe, Twilight Jazz, and Music Store, shows like that.
Radioland, Jazz-inspired, Conversations from the World Cafe, Red Rooster Lounge, Mountain Stage.
Usually, each board op has an hour a week of one of those. And then they also have, if they're someone who's stuck around with it and actually had an extension for a semester or two, you can have your own shift. And during those shifts, you can pretty much play whatever music you like as long as you obey the FCC regulations and such. But essentially, most of us board ops are on 2 hours a week. You can bring whatever music you want. If it's on your laptop, if it's a CD you made with your friends, you can bring it as long as it's kosher for the FCC.
Yes, there's people here who play, rock all the time. There's people here who used to play just metal all the time, but really for the student shows, it's kind of a mixed bag. You don't know what you're going to get each week.
Being a non-profit radio organization, we rely completely on donations and funding from the college to operate and host events for musicians, comedians, poets.
Yeah, we have a very good relationship with most labels and bands. We get a lot of stuff from Tinderbox. That's one label we get a lot of stuff from. We get stuff from Sub Pop, Planetary a lot. And usually they'll just send a CD with a couple of tracks that they recommend. Or we even had one band, their name was Goodbye June, and they knew that we were playing them on the radio. So they sent us a little box that had a bunch of stickers and an autographed CD or two. And I thought that was really cool, because, we support each other. Radios would not exist without bands or labels, and vice versa.
Working here definitely makes you realize that, public speaking skills are very important. Because, I used to be a very nervous person, and yet I get on air at least twice a week right now and talk to either it might be one person or 1,000 people. I don't know. I don't like to think about it. But, I on the fly have to come up with, okay, you gotta say the legal ID, you gotta say this, you gotta announce the songs.
For me, I had an advantage in that I participated in theater in high school, and one of the lessons we learned in theater was, especially when you're performing live, never let a mistake stop you. Always keep going, moving forward, get over that mistake however you have to do it. And so with radio, the number one rule is never have dead air.
I've definitely grasped a hold concept of working the board and micromanaging a lot of things, and it's helped me become more confident, more organized, and overall just more comfortable in the field of broadcast.
I've definitely learned a lot about discipline from radio because there's not really a lot of excuses when it comes to radio. The radio is on the air 24/7, always. Focus on what's in front of you, focus on the important things, and be committed, be disciplined, and you will go far.
Working here makes you have an appreciation for music for sure. You realize that music's not just the one genre you grew up listening to. It's there's everything. Most people say, I hate country music. Well, actually, I don't really hate it because I have an appreciation for what it does and what it's looking into and the themes and all such and such.
Know your voice and just own it, and even if it's not the most pleasing voice to listen to, if you try hard, you have good inflections, and you are enthusiastic about what you're doing, people will like to listen to it.